Dear students, after discussing reflection of light and refractive index, let us discuss refraction through spherical lenses. So, what are spherical lenses? A spherical lens is a transparent material bounded by two surfaces, one or both of which are spherical. So, spherical lenses are main two types, convex and concave lens. What is convex lens? Convex lens is thicker in the middle. It is thicker in the middle and thinner at the edges. Rays of light parallel to principal axis. This line is principal axis, and all the rays of light which are parallel to principal axis, they after refraction from the lens meet or converge to a point on principal axis. This is the property of convex lens. And in concave lens, as it is thinner at the middle and thicker at the edges, and rays of light which are parallel to principal axis, after refraction the ray of light will get refracted due to this is glass, it is air, and when it goes from air to glass, so it will bend towards the normal, so it get refract and it it diverges actually, but it appears to come from a point which is on principal axis, that is from the focus. In the convex lens also you can see that here is air and here is glass, again here is air. So refraction takes place twice when rays of light passes through these lenses. First of all, when the light goes from air to glass, it bends towards the normal, and when it come out from the lens, then it will bend away from the normal. So there is refraction. Now how these lenses are formed? These lenses are formed by the two hollow spheres. We can take the hollow spheres like this, and we take a common part of these hollow spheres. These are made up of glass. In case of convex, we will take this common part like this, and in case of concave lens, we will take this common part like this. Now the center of this lens, this is the lens. The center of this lens is known as optical center. In the same way, center of this concave lens is known as optical center. It is denoted by O. Now this C1 is the center of this sphere, and C2 is the center of another sphere. The line joining the O and C1 is known as radius of curvature, and these C1 and C2 are known as center of curvature. Also, a line passing through this C1, O and C2 is known as principal axis. In some of the books, the word is given that line joining C1 and C2. That is not correct. Joining means we are restricting the length of line from C1 to C2, but actually principal axis is far long from C1 and C2 also, and it is passing through C1, C2, O and long ago. Now in the same way, in case of concave lens we can discuss. Now types of spherical lenses. In convex lens we can see one type is biconvex lens. Bi means two. So this lens is spherical from both sides. In our syllabus we are going to discuss in more detail about this biconvex lens. Simply we will call it as the convex lens. Its another type can be plano-convex, because its one surface is plane and another is convex. And the third type is concavo-convex. One side concave and another side is convex. These three lenses converge the light to a point, single point. But we are going to discuss about biconvex lens or convex lens. In case of concave lens, it can be of three types. One is biconcave, It is concave from both sides. Another one is plano concave. One is plane and another is concave side. And convexo means one side is convex and another is concave. And all these three lenses diverge light which falls on their surface. In our syllabus, we are going to discuss about these lenses, and this biconvex lens we will simply call as convex, and biconcave lens it is concave lens. Now some terms used in the lenses. Optical center. The central point of lens is optical center. It acts as normal. And as we know, when ray of light passes through a normal, it goes undeviated. So we will discuss in rules also that when ray of light passes through the optical center, it goes straightway undeviated. It will not bend from its path. Next is aperture. Aperture is effective diameter of spherical surface of lens. Means when ray of light falls on the surface of the lens, that portion of the lens which is exposed to the rays of light, that is known as aperture of the lens. Center of curvature. It is the center of spherical surface of which lens is a part, is called center of curvature. And as we have seen, lens have two center of curvatures because these are made up of two spheres. So we name as C1 and C2. Radius of curvature denoted as R. The radius of spherical surface of which lens is a part is called radius of curvature. As we have two centers, so we have two radius of curvature, and we name these radius of curvature as OC1 and OC2. Center of curvature is a point and radius of curvature is a length. It is a distance. Now principal axis. The imaginary line passing through center of curvature of two spherical surfaces forming a lens is known as principal axis. Actually it is imaginary line. We are imagining that this is the direction which we can imagine that it is passing through the center of curvature, and these center of curvature and optical centers of the lens. Now principal focus. It is a point on principal axis at which rays coming parallel to principal axis converge on the other side of lens in case of convex lens, or appear to diverge from the same side of the lens, that is concave. Focal length is distance between principal focus and optical center. So finally we can say that center of curvature and the principal focus, these are the points, and the radius of curvature and focal length, these are the distances. Now there are some activities. Let us discuss activity first of all. That 10.11 activity given in your NCERT book, that hold a convex lens in your hand and direct it towards the sun. Now focus the light from sun on a sheet or paper and obtain a sharp bright image of the sun. Now hold the paper and lens in the same position for a while. Then what you will observe? You will observe that the paper will start burning. So question based on this activity is, why does paper start burning? So answer is, magnifying glass is a converging lens and parallel beam of light is focused at the paper and the intense light burns the paper. In the same way, let us discuss activity 10.13, that take a concave lens and place it on a lens stand. Now place a burning candle on one side of the lens. Look through the lens from the other side and observe the image. So what type of image you will observe? You will observe virtual, erect and diminished image. Now Note down the nature, and after that move the candle from the lens, away from the lens, and notice the size. Again we will see that the nature will be virtual and direct and diminished, but the image may be formed near the focus. Next is rays for formation of images in lenses. Now we will take one by one the case of convex and concave lens. These are the rules for formation of images. So first rule is, in convex lens of a ray of light parallel to principal axis, after refraction through the focus, after refraction passes through the focus on the other side of the lens. This is ray of light is going, it is parallel to principal axis, this is principal axis, and this ray of light is parallel to principal axis, and it will refract from the lens and it will pass through the focus. So this is first rule. In case of concave lens, this is concave lens, this is principal axis, and this ray of light is going parallel to principal axis. In concave lens, it appears to diverge from the focus on the same side of the lens. Actually, the ray of light go diverge from this lens. But when we backmeet it, then it seems that this ray of light is coming from the focus of lens and its focus is on the same side. We will discuss it in next further few slides, that the focal length of convex lens is taken as positive. Now you can understand properly that why we are taking focal length of convex lens positive, because the focus, main principal focus of this convex lens is situated on right side of the lens, but in case of concave lens it is situated on the left side of concave lens. So the focal length of convex lens we take positive, and in case of concave lens we take negative. And this is the principal focus. Actually we call it as focus, but this is principal focus, because principal focus is that point from which the rays of light after refraction meets at a point. That point is principal focus. So convex lens have this principal focus and concave lens have this principal focus. Second rule, in convex lens, a ray of light which is passing through the focus after refraction goes parallel to the principal axis. And in case of concave lens, the ray of light directed towards the focus, this ray of light is coming and it is directed towards the focus, but after refraction through the after refraction through the lens, it goes parallel to the principal axis. Rule number 3, in convex lens and concave lens, rays of light passing through the optical center goes without any deviation. As we discussed in its definition also, that this center of curvature acts like a normal, so rays of light goes undeviated through it, they will not bend from their paths. Now various images formed by convex lens. These images, these diagrams you have to draw in your fair notebooks, and you have to do a lot of practice of these diagrams, because these can be asked in exam. So first situation is when object is at infinity, that we are having a convex lens and we place an object at a very far distance from this lens. Suppose we are observing sun from this lens. So sun is acting like a object at infinity, or we are observing a window of other house, of your neighboring house, from that lens. So that neighboring house is acting like a object at infinity. Infinity means at a large distance in case of physics. So if we are observing the object, so the rays of light which are coming after reflection from that object, they are coming, and we will show these rays of light in the form of parallel rays of light. And when these will fall on this convex lens, then these will refract, and these will refract at a single point, This will meet at a single point. That point is focus. So you will draw this diagram. First of all, you will draw principal axis, then you will draw this convex lens, then you can draw two rays of light only, and you can show them meeting at this principal focus. Now in exam it can be asked that what is, first of all, draw the ray diagrams when object is at infinity from the convex lens, and what will be its nature, position and size. So you will write that position of image formed is at focus f2, and its size is highly diminished, and its nature is real and inverted. Now second case, when object is beyond 2f1. Beyond 2f1 means if the focal length of given convex lens is like 10 centimeter. Okay, if this is 10 centimeter, then 2f1 will be 20 centimeter, twice of this. And if object is placed more than 20 centimeter, suppose object is placed at 30 centimeter, so we will consider it as that object is beyond 2f1. This much, if object is placed at this much distance, then we consider that the object is beyond 2f1. So the image formed in this case of convex lens, we will place in the same way we will draw lens, principal axis, and we will show this object, and one ray of light which is coming parallel to principal axis will pass through the focus according to the rule, and another which is passing through optical center will go undeviated, and wherever these rays of light after refraction meets, the image of object is formed at that place. This distance from O to F is have been shown by focal length. This distance from optical center to the place of object means from this to this, it is U, and the distance from optical center to this object is shown as V. So in this way we have to draw the diagram, and then we can write properly that the image is formed between f2 and 2f2, means this is the position of the image, this is f2 and this is 2f2, so the image is formed in between anywhere, and size of image is diminished. You can see it is smaller than this, and its nature is real and inverted. So you can see this is real image, it is inverted, you can see as well. And another thing is this image is formed due to actual meeting of these rays of light, so it is real.